Morning, everyone. Justin and I have found another HUD home that we wanted to review and go through and try to help you guys take a look at how HUD properties work and how the investments can work out for you and stuff like that. The price point on this one here is $215,000, which is on the high side. We consider this house, we're hoping, doesn't have very much to do on the inside to get it fixed up, because if it does, you're going to have to offer less in order to come out of this as an investor. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah,
Justin?
I think so too. So we've got a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house here, 2-stall garage. It is on a little bit busier street, as you guys can hear with the traffic in the background. Really nice backyard, and as long as there's not a whole lot to do inside, it's priced within reason. But if there is anything to do either inside or outside, you're definitely going to want to pay attention to what's going on there.
Yeah, and some stuff you can leave and people will look past it. You know, as a home inspector, real estate agent, I found that there's certain things people will look past and they'll just buy it even so. So we don't want to be just throwing money into this thing without regard to whether or not it makes it sellable or not. So the thing, as an investor, you're going to want to look at this and say that this is going to be okay to leave, or this should be taken out, and you learn that through experience.
All right, so we made it to the backyard, and beautiful backyard back here. Nice, mature. It's fairly private for a house like this within the city limits. You know, just taking a quick peek at the back side of the house, there are a few concerns. John, why don't you tell us about a few of those concerns?
Well, we noticed when we came around the back right away that it's a stucco house, and with stucco, that's a really good surface for the outside of a home, but it's got to be kept in good maintenance, or it can be go horribly wrong. So we did notice some cracking. We noticed some holes that had been drilled in the house that weren't refilled with caulking. Some issues have developed from that. Not real serious issues, but enough to be concerned about it. We also noticed that the air conditioner condenser coil, I looked at the air conditioner, it looks like it's around a 2016 or 2014, but they've never cleaned it since they got it. So the air conditioning unit is totally consumed with dirt on the outside, so it's very inefficient right now, but easy to clean. Also, the landscape, if you notice behind us there, the trees up against the house, we would recommend just getting rid of all that foliage against the house. It just causes so much grief. Houses aren't designed to have the tree limbs rubbing against it. There's also a spot in the foundation, or next to the foundation, that has a slope toward the foundation. So the water has definitely been sloping toward the foundation in that one spot right there by the backside of the garage. So we're assuming that we're probably going to find some water inside on the garage floor. I can't see how it couldn't have gotten in there because of the slope. So it'll take a little bit of landscaping to get that pushing water away from the foundation and making it a nice dry garage eventually.
Yep, absolutely.
The yard out here is awesome. A very nice yard. It's got a fenced-in yard. One section of fence over on the one side over here is missing, but that would be an easy fix if you wanted to seal that off and make it more appealing. Other than that, I think we should go in. I'm excited to see what's inside here.
Yeah, I think so too. One more thing I want to mention too is the garage roof on this appears to be newer. It's in very, very good condition. And then they do have the gutters with the leaf guard, which is very important in the neighborhood with mature trees like this.
Yeah, the leaf guard gutters are expensive to put in, and you would never put it in as an investor to make the house sell, but they're really nice to have as a plus when it goes on the market.
Yes, let's go in and take a look.
All right, and on our way up, we noticed these trees here that are alongside the house. Horrible place. They're leaning toward the neighbor's house at a pretty good rate. They're going to be nothing but problems in the future. They're also, the root system has got to be going down and grabbing underneath the foundation, which is going to cause nothing but problems down the road. As these trees get bigger, they're going to be nothing but problem. So my suggestion would be to remove these trees, get them out of here, and open this up where the house can get some sun on it and help keep the stucco dry and things like that. Also, I noticed when I looked up on top here on the chimney, if you look at the chimney up there, you can see where the brick is actually getting busted up. And it's getting busted up because the branches from these trees in the wind is sitting there slamming up against those bricks repeatedly every time there's a storm, and it's causing those bricks to just get totally destroyed. So that's just a good example of why you want to look at foliage against your house and see whether or not it's going to be an issue, or whether you can find that acceptable. But sooner or later the trees have to come down if they're too close. So we thought we'd bring that to your attention. Here's one tree that's already fallen too, that I'm standing on actually, and I just suggest getting all this out of there. But that chimney, we're definitely going to find that the fireplace probably has issues inside also when we get inside.
Oh, this isn't too bad. It doesn't smell like most of them do.
Yeah, usually HUD homes smell way worse than this because they're being kept closed up, and who knows what was going on in the house with pets and rodents.
Right.
But this house does smell pretty good for a HUD house.
Well, let's take a look around and see if this has some potential.
All right. Yeah, so far it looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing about inspecting these HUD homes is they don't have electricity on or the water on when we check these out. So let me put a little light on it. That should probably look a lot better, shouldn't it? So this way there, I don't want to scare you into not buying this house, but some stuff does look scary when you're looking at HUD homes. But all kidding aside, basically on the bathroom here, we would just suggest replacing the countertop and the sink to doll that up a little bit. Maybe change the mirror out, but the mirror might be okay. And the bathtub itself, it's a tile bathtub, but it needs some tender loving care here. It needs a lot of cleaning, but I don't think it's worth taking the tile out and replacing it. I would think it'd be better to clean it and freshen up the grout. Also, I would suggest putting on new handles here, and a new tub spout and a new stopper in the tub so it looks shiny new when they first come. People have a really hard time with a tub that doesn't look like someplace that they want to actually get in and take a bath or take a shower. If they can't imagine themselves in it, they don't want to buy it. So you want to have this area as clean as you possibly can so it looks sanitary.
So here we've got 3 bedrooms on the upper level, and I don't know if you guys can see this absolutely beautiful carpet, but I think this is maybe from out of a hotel or something. The windows in this house, they are single pane windows with storm windows on them. Like we had mentioned, some of them do need to be replaced. There's duct tape. Duct tape will fix almost everything except for maybe these windows, but they did give it a good try. Let's go ahead and take a look at these other 2 bedrooms. So this particular bedroom, carpet is in a little bit better condition, and it needs some paint, a little bit of TLC. We're ready to rock and roll. We're going to check out this 3rd and final bedroom. So this bedroom, it could be an office, I guess. It is set up with a desk in it and some shelving, but really it'd be nice to have it as a 3rd bedroom. Same thing as the last bedroom. Carpet, paint, light fixtures.
Okay, we came downstairs now, and as we were talking about outside with the damage on that chimney from the trees, we look at the fireplace here, and the fireplace does need attention inside also. It's got cracks inside on the fire brick, which would have to be addressed by a chimney certified professional. It's got a lot of black in there. Of course, wood burning fireplaces generally do. But I would strongly suggest having a professional come in, clean it up, fix the cracks, and fix the top of the chimney before you sell it as an operational fireplace. Or put candles in it.
There you go.
And tell them it doesn't work. Whatever is your preference.
Perfect. Okay, John. Taking a look around down here, the ceiling. There's 2 ways you can go about this. This is an old tile ceiling, right? So these are all individual 1-foot tiles. There's a couple of them that are missing and a couple that are damaged. So the cheap way to go is go ahead and replace those ones that are damaged or missing, and then just paint it a flat white. The other option would be to rip the entire ceiling down and then go ahead and install drywall, tape it, finish it, make it look pretty. John had mentioned maybe putting a bedroom down here to get a fourth bedroom. That is a possibility. There are some restraints that go along with that in order to be a legal bedroom. What do you think about that, John?
Well, in order to be a legal bedroom, it has to be 70 square feet of space, which it is.
Yep.
It's supposed to have a 7-foot minimum ceiling clearance. I don't know if this is 7 foot. It's going to be pretty close. Right. And then it's going to have an egress window, and it's got a window here that's big enough to be egress, but it's too high off the floor. So a permanent step would have to be attached to the wall to make that window within 44 inches for a child to be able to get out. Other than that, it could actually be made into a bedroom.
Yeah.
You know, Justin, you never know what you're going to find when you're looking at old HUD homes. This here, I think that this came back from the past. It came in here on some kind of a time machine.
Yes.
Here it is. This is actually a broiler.
Kenmore.
A Kenmore broiler. Must be model AAA, it says right here on the front.
Yes.
It's got a Nautilus vent fan above it, and that appears like it's vented into the cold air return for the heat system in the house here.
Yeah.
Which would be really efficient to blow that smoke all over the house.
Great ventilation.
Yeah. But hey, we don't know what year it is, but it's definitely, I wouldn't be surprised if Wilma from the Flintstones used to use this here, and probably had rocks back then, hot rocks in there, and then they
Hot
changed
rocks and ribeyes and
it.
T-bones.
Yeah, Brontosaurus burgers.
Yes.
You know, they would have made all kinds of stuff with this. So this would be something that would be all yours if you bought this at home. So you could look forward to that. Okay, we've made it out to the garage now, and the garage is where the main electrical panel is located for the house. HUD has had the electrician come in and shut down the power, so they've removed some of the fuses. And this type of panel is old school. It was original. It's the screw-in type fuses, and when you pop one, you have to replace them. Run to the hardware store, get a new one, put it in, screw it in. I would recommend that if it's in the budget to replace this with a new panel with circuit breakers, because it's much easier to just come down and just flip the switch back on if you have some kind of electrical fault. And the other thing in here is the floor is wet, like we were talking about last segment outside. We were talking about the ground, how it settled toward the foundation, and we kind of suspected in the garage we would see water on the floor, and sure enough there is. The water also crawls up the wall right here too, so you can see exactly right where we found the gradual water flow toward the garage is where we have the problem. So I think that'll be an easy fix. So people may be worried about buying this, your competition, because of the water on the floor, whereas you'll know that all you need to do, go outside and make that grade go away from the house, and it should eliminate that problem completely. There's 2 garage door openers out here in the garage, and there's also some garage doors that are in pretty good shape. They're going to need a garage door guy to come in and put some rollers back on the track and make some adjustments. We've got it over in the corner by the one garage door, we've got some block that's cracked, but other than that, the rest of the foundation on the house looks solid. I would say for this age house, it looks exceptionally solid. There is some step cracking back in the corner over here, which the mortar just cracks and follows the brick up the thing. That's really typical to find that in Minnesota, but it is indication of settling at some time in the past. We don't know how soon ago it did. The garage door openers are, the one right here, it looks relatively new. The other one is a LiftMaster, which they seem to last a long time. So I don't think you have to worry about putting in garage door openers. These should fire up and work once you get the electric back on.
You know, John, there's one thing I forgot to point out to our viewers and then also to you. Did you happen to notice this duct tape?
I did notice this duct tape. These walls are completely covered. It must have been some kind of professional duct tape applicator.
Yeah, or a duct tapeologist maybe.
Yes, it must have been. Because I mean, he didn't finish the rest of the walls, he still had more tape, he could have done that, but I kind of have fun with how many different pieces he did too, and he didn't just tear it,
There's
he actually cut it with the scissors.
segments.
Right, so it's a brick type pattern. He even duct taped around the soffits up there and over by the electrical box and this soffit right here. The duct tape might be a little bit too heavy for this soffit, it looks like it's coming down a little bit, but
We can fix that with more duct tape though.
yeah, let's do it.
Well, John, now that we've had an opportunity to check out this property, look at the inside, outside, and everything in between, what do you think about it?
Well, I think personally that the house is overpriced.
Okay.
And so
I agree.
we had talked about it originally when we walked in, that if it doesn't have much to do inside, it's going to be a good buy. But we found a lot of issues. Chimney repair needs to be done, windows that are broken, carpet that needs to be replaced,
Right.
kitchen has to be redone. There's a number of things. So I guess the way I look at it, when you do an investment, a lot of times you have to make your money when you buy it.
Right.
Because if you don't offer the right price in the beginning, the rest of the time you're struggling and you're chasing it.
Right. Exactly.
And so,
kind of like quicksand.
kind of quicksand.
Yeah.
And then every time something happens, all you can think about is, that's taken away from my profit.
Right.
Until finally it gets to the point, that's taken away from my personal money.
Right.
And that's not how you want to do it with an investment.
I agree.
Yeah. But I think the bones of the house are great.
Yeah.
I think it's got really good potential. You have to be very smart about how you go about this house when you start on it.
Absolutely. Well, good. Let's go ahead and tally up the numbers, see where everything comes in at as far as the investment to put into it. What a good offer price is, what a completion price is once everything is done, and then go from there. John and I broke the renovation costs down on 2 separate lists. Punch list part 1 includes flooring, paint, countertops, sink, driveway seal, foliage trim, and a wow factor front door roof for added value and charm. Punch list part 2 includes light fixtures, appliances, cleaning the fireplace, repairing the fireplace, glass repair, and a new range vent for a total renovation cost of nearly $18,000. To flip or forget, that is the question. The current list price is a whopping $215,000. Fair market value, as it sits distressed, is $170,000. Total renovations are going to be nearly $18,000. The value after renovations will be around $218,000. Profit on the home, if you do it right and don't overpay, will be just over $30,000. Thank you for watching Cooking Up Hot HUD Deals on Minnesota Home Flippers with John and I. We appreciate it more than you know. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel, and God bless you all.